Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Rise of Nyarlathotep, where we're trapped in an alien desert and we're here for good, fun times. Maybe today we'll get in that facility. Before we hop into this tale, let's go around the table, introduce ourselves. My name is Lucas, my pronouns are he, him, and I will be your GM for the evening. Ian.
Hi, everybody. My name is Ian. My pronouns are he, they. I'm playing Weary, the Artificer Tiefling, who's a little bit high-strung at the moment. It's just being real mean, and I, the player, am sorry about that. Weary's just having a hard time, so we'll see how this goes.
And Meg.
Hey, I'm Meg. My pronouns are she, they, and I am playing our favorite socially anxious goblin druid, Olora. Pronouns are they, them, and I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing besides talking to a dog.
Jess.
Hi there, I'm Jess. My pronouns are she, her. I will be playing Glyph, the Automata Rogue, and their pronouns are they, them, and they are not enjoying this turn of events. There's too much sand.
Eve.
Hello, I'm Eve, and I'm playing TK37, the Telekinetic Goblin Super Soldier. We both think that things are getting a little hairy.
And Jason.
Hey, I'm Jason, and I'm playing Gutok, the simply superb Plumerian bard. We are both he, him, and very disturbed by the hot, dry conditions.
Alrighty, before we hop into this, there's a few things to cover. So first off, our music and sound effects are from Sirenscape. If you don't like sand, you think it's coarse, it's rough, it's irritating, and it gets everywhere, then you can enjoy the wonderful sounds of desert of Sirenscape and none of the sand. Wow! How often have you sat there in your living room going, this sounds nothing like a desert, looking around your household? Worry no more. Now you too can live the dream. We are also brought to you by Roll20. Roll20 has been super rad, giving us things to give away that I do totally remember. We had our giveaway last time, and I do have the names written down. I do have the winners. I will announce it before we do the intro for all this, so don't you worry. But I wanted to just say, right now, Roll20 is giving away the Mines of Phandelver for free. So hop on over there. Log in your Roll20 account. You can get it for free. They'll give you the maps, PDF, tokens, all that stuff. And it's already all set up for you. So you have to do, boot it up, manage to find people who can meet you on the same scheduling, which is the hardest part. But after that, you're good to go. So try that out. It's a pretty easy adventure to kind of like introduce a lot of people into D&D. Pretty much like a lot of people have played it. So it's really fun. And if you're ever stuck on it, it's easy to look things up to see how other people did it. Because there's always a million discussions on Reddit. All right, so we are doing our giveaway. Let me just grab the names here quick. So while I was working the other day, I was like, oh no, I forgot to do a giveaway. But don't worry, we got it here. So our winners for this time, so we are giving away the Companion's Tale. That is a world building game. Super cool. You could actually use it to construct a whole story around a hero. What you do is you all play as the hero's companions, and you construct the story together using different card prompts and all sorts of fun things. Of course, drawing on the map, making some shenanigans up. But the winners we have for this are Itemri and Cassafras. So I will message both of you later on today, hopefully. If not, then tomorrow morning. We will be doing another giveaway soon, and you're probably sitting there going,
but wait a minute, Lucas. What giveaway could you possibly do?
Well, it's rad. We're going to be giving away that latest D&D module. That I think it's like something Netherscape.
Oh, we're giving away Rise of the Netherdeep?
Rise of the Netherdeep.
Rise of the Netherdeep.
I think that's what it's called.
Let's see if Ian was right. Call of the Netherdeep.
Call of the Netherdeep. I was close.
All right.
Depths of the Netherdeep.
I didn't know we were just giving that away. That looks really cool.
Giving that. I'm taking a copy, but we're giving that away because I actually want to run some of it, and then
it's got some undersea horror. I think you'd be a big fan.
Yeah, I'm very excited, but we're going to be doing a real cool giveaway for that. We're going to be changing it up a little, so I will be posting about that in the next week or two. We'll have like a fun different ways that people could like basically get their name submitted multiple times if they do different things. So lots of fun, cool stuff. All right. So last time on Rise of Nyarlathotep, our heroes were outside of this keep and really just trying to figure out what the hell's going on. You were fighting against Dwarvens. You took out Ironjaw. You took out some creatures that were known as hunters that were sent out, these large lizard-like hounds. And then the whole landscape started melting away, turning into a great desert, while the facility itself was looking newer and newer and newer. Glyph shut down for a minute, too many emotions, came back online, still too many emotions, and started just firing that phase bow at where the energy was coming from that looks like it cast this spell, where it was theorized that Resmir was there. So there was a little AI bot that was trying to talk to you from outside the facility. Glyph shot that, so that the facility went back into lockdown, and all of you, very wounded, all got dragged into this hut, and let's do a little intro. I wrote up one this time. The wind whistles by as the camera descends upon a great desert, blasted with the heat of 3 suns. A large, 3-eyed, 4-winged vulture shrieks out as it swoops down towards a disc-shaped lizard. In a flash, the lizard shoots out its own innards, coating the great bird and eating it in a single bite. The camera zooms past, shooting along 3 gigantic obsidian pyramids. These 3 pyramids reaching into the sky as though to consume the 3 suns themselves. In the center of these 3 great monoliths stands a stark white facility covered in steel plating. A great tower rises from the middle of the courtyard of the facility with a large telescope peering into the sandy landscapes. The camera races down to see a horde of corpses strewn about outside small gathering of mud huts. As we get closer, a flyer whips past, offering skeeber ships at a discount price. Once inside this little mud hut, we see 5 wounded adventurers. Kritok, feathers puffed up from the heat, fresh blood staining their vest. He strains to try to cool off from this deadly heat, panting and leaning back. Weary, heavily wounded from numerous vicious attacks, their once grand outfit is now filled with bloody holes. Allura, bark skin gleaming with sweat as the wear of commanding a great storm finally leaves their body. They feverishly mix together jars of dirt, trying to help their wounded friends. Glyph, small sparks coming from their damaged parts of their metallic shell. They trace the outline of a facility in the sand, hoping to find a weak spot for their friends to sneak in. And lastly, we see the werewolf TK, white hair with pink highlights matted with the blood from many recent injuries. Her nose twitches as she pants heavily from the heat and eyes solemnly looking at the drawing. And we go to all of you.
Friends, we are in a bit of a predicament.
Yeah, it's way too fucking hot out here.
Yeah. There's many problems. Most of them are named Dwarven too.
How are all of you who are able to cast spells feeling?
I have availability of ingredients, but I'm not equipped with what I would like to be for this, and I am losing one of my infusions, or I'm out of one because Pesca turned into some sort of nightmare hyper-intelligent squid god. So I'm a little bit down resources. I'd say I'm about half of everything. Like half of my usual strength, half of my usual spellcasting proclivities. It's generally very middle of the road right now.
And Glyph, who a while ago was hit with like 4 spears while they were raging at the facility, just finally pulls out that last one. I'm at about 40% functionality. I throw the spear.
Well, what I'm hearing is it's time to get a good rest. If you'd all just stay still for a minute, I'll prepare a little something. And Kritok casts the tiny hut.
Nice.
He was nice and comfortable in this hut. We're double hutting it.
So this hut appears inside of a hut. The temperature immediately changes to a nice, comfortable temperature. All of you let out a sigh of relief as you just feel the air itself, even it was just this immense dry heat, and now you can feel like the humidity increasing in here to a point where you don't feel like your hair is going to get brittle and snap.
That sounds like a loud air conditioner. Just like
It's from the inside, yeah.
That's nostalgic.
oh, thank the gods. Oh, I was gonna die.
Do we just hear like the dogs?
We just hear dog noises.
For ease, can we just have it
Say
so that
that
whenever
Alora's translating?
that way Alora doesn't have to say it every time, and
Okay.
you can just
But
talk
it's
and not
fun.
bark.
It is funny.
Balls kill. Maybe
Just a
you
little
are
bit.
weary.
Alora,
Yes.
how long have you been able to talk dog?
About 5 minutes ago. Why?
No, I mean, could you do this the entire time?
Maybe? I don't know. It's the first time I've actually tried to do it. I know. I can kind of talk to the spider horses, and they always seem to understand me, but I don't know if that was just magic or me.
Have you been able to talk to Bubbles?
Well, I would love to, but every time I try to, the whistle gets blown, and I just look over.
Known Bubbles for weeks.
Yes.
I've heard that whistle like 3 times.
Yes.
You've only tried to talk to Bubbles 3 times, and it was all on occasions where Cliff wanted to talk to Bubbles.
I was trying to get her to get them out of harm. I never had a reason to talk to her beforehand.
Bubbles knew Tiffany.
Okay, well, getting mad at me now isn't going to do you any good.
I didn't know that you could talk to dogs until now.
Neither did I.
Can you ask Weary how long my werewolf thing is going to last?
Weary,
Uh-huh.
TK wants to know how long she's stuck like this.
Sure. I give TK a once over and
So this is an alchemical change. So whatever you would
Okay.
roll for your alchemical good stuffs.
probably some sweet. You know, I'll use my alchemy kit, which gives me whatever the thing that's better than proficiency is.
Yeah, you'd have like there'd be
Expertise.
traces in
That's
the little
the word.
the little
Yeah, so I'm
valve.
gonna go ahead and use my thing that I'm very good at, and add my intelligence. So that's gonna be double proficiency, which is a cool plus 10
Ooh.
and a nat 20. I know everything about werewolf potions.
Wow, you're looking at this and you remember attending a seminar and you're kind of like checking out magic and seeing like some of the stuff that they talk about, and there was an issue that was going on in North Harbor where people were trying to safely become werewolves or lycans. It was used a lot for the war when they were fighting against the Foundry of Steel, but they didn't want to get the curse, so they were developing synthetic ways to transform into these beasts to fight in these wooded lands. And so looks like it comes from North Harbor. You know that they managed to get it down pretty good, that it would last 24 hours, but if someone were to use Dispel Magic, they could transform TK back.
Oh, okay. It lasts sort of like around a day.
Yeah, so it's probably been like an hour so far.
Okay, it'll last around 23 more hours unless somebody specifically goes out of their way to dispel the effect.
23 hours, Alora.
Why is there something wrong?
Countdown timer starts.
I think in the future we should let me examine potions before we down them, but we've been busy, so I'm not going to be upset at anybody.
It was an emergency. TK's
That's
just going to go
fair.
into the corner and lie down.
I
A few
actually take out
turns.
some like sheets of like that like fancy engineering paper with all the big graphs, and I show TK some plans for what looks to be like the basis of it is the hedgehog, like the consequence nightmare hedgehog with the psychic powers and the quills. And I'm trying to make like a bunch of crystalline structures that can be commanded and controlled with like psychic power as like a prosthetic, and that way you can still feel it because you're feeling it with your brain powers, but you can also like adjust and change the arm however you need it to. Like you can stretch it out, you can pull it close, you can dense it up, you can like make it fade if you need it to like let go of something. So it's like it's rough sketches and plans related to that, and I show that to TK. And I kind of offhand, it's like, so I know you mentioned an interest in something outside of the mushroom arm. This would still preserve your ability to feel things, but give you a lot more flexibility, and it would be beholden to your brain powers, not to eating your blood.
Can I roll a magic attack on that?
You sure can.
Yeah, no, that's dirty 20 right there.
Love it, love it.
You, for some reason, know a lot about crystals. Looking at these
There's a lot
crystals,
down in the deep.
there is, specifically in a place called the Crystal Halls. You're thinking about this, and you're thinking about, oh, this would work, because they often will resound well with arcane energy, and so you could probably get your void magic, like your telekinesis, to work with this. It should be pretty seamless, and you won't have this mushroom eating you. You're thinking more.
Eating me a little bit.
You're thinking more about this, and give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm bad at those though.
I know.
I thought that was a decent roll. And that'd be a 17.
Okay. TK, you're looking at these plans, your mind is racing. You're going from one thing to the next about these crystals, how they could work. It's perfect. You start thinking about these crystals and then the crystal halls. You're thinking more about how you were taught how all these crystals worked and how the dwarves of the crystal halls have a natural ability to use them. And you remember him showing you. He had these different crystals set up in the house, and you used to have a lot of fun. You would, you'd put stuff on it, have it float. Sometimes bubbles would jump on them. You'd like have it sort of racing around. All sorts of just fun like party tricks and stuff. And when you went down to his place, his parents' place, the Crystal Halls, you remember just seeing these amazing, massive palaces constructed out of this. And you rolled well enough that as this is all hitting you, you're controlling these emotions. You're not letting them overwhelm you. And you're looking around. You look up at its face, but it's still this blurred, scratched out. You can't see. You see all these other dwarves are there, and they're laughing and talking with you. You're sitting at a little cookout outside, and you turn towards one house, and there's this massive eye that's staring out of a wall. It's looking right at you. No one notices it. People are walking past it. It blinks a few times, and you're not afraid of it. And then you're back, looking over at Weary.
Right. So it's basically going to be kind of a stretchy crystalline structure. So shattering won't actually do much because the crystals are small enough that it essentially won't really shatter. It'll just kind of scatter a little bit, and then your brain will be able to pick out the individual components and reform your arm. It's very flexible that way. And strong too, very dense.
Yeah, it looks good. TK is just gonna lay her head down.
Okay. It'll take me some time to make this, so if we survive Alien Nightmare Desert, you'll have a nice little gift waiting for you.
Sure.
All right, good stuff. Where he goes over to start tinkering with the shield to turn it into like the broken shield that I already messed up, turning it into a black hole, to just turn it into one final little depth charge thing to breach a wall, like I'm in Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a roll for that.
Sure, and that's going to be my activity for this rest. So I'm going to use my Tinker's tools for that. Man, look at me using the things that artificers can do to give myself an extra double proficiency on this roll, which I'm going to need because I rolled a 3, but that bumps it up to a 13.
You're pretty confident. Like you're not making this to last. It's just like a kind of one and done thing. So I mean, if anything, even if it backfires a little, it will still blow up. So
there we go. All right. Reapply the warning label on it because it's even more relevant than ever.
Kratok, your feathers are settling down, and you're feeling much better as you're holding this spell up and looking out at the hut. You see outside the entrance of the hut is one of those massive pyramids that just seems to be soaking up all the rays. This obsidian pyramid. What are you up to during this time of rest?
Yeah, Kratok has actually been paying none of this any mind whatsoever. There are 2 coolers in his hut that he learned to add on because they're all the rage amongst the Prism Wing flock. One's filled with lemonade and one's filled with iced tea because everyone loves Arnold Palmer's. He's drunk about like 6 of those, and there's like little paper cups on the floor, and he's just roosted in like his little nest form, ready to sleep.
Full of Arnold Palmer's. Do you like nestle up? There's a lot of like reeds that they seem very dried out ever since you've been here. You kind of like put them up together, there's sand and all that, and kind of shuffle around a bit as you settle down.
Before he kind of nods off, Glyph's just been kind of repairing themselves, and while the other 3 are kind of looking over these plans and translating for TK, I kind of scoot over to Kratok and just kind of quietly talk to him. And Kratok.
Yeah?
When I said we were in a predicament, that may have been an understatement. We don't know what is inside the facility. I worry there are a large number of Dorban 2.0s.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll find out when we go in, right?
Well, forewarned is forearmed, so I was wondering if there was any way you could use your magics to see inside. I'm not sure of your spell capabilities. All of you seem to have exciting new abilities every day, almost.
Yeah, that's kind of what we do, I guess. Best I can do is make someone invisible, or I can teleport someone in.
Teleportation may be handy. And we do have the recording. We do know somewhere inside there is a detonation device.
Yeah, like we could try to make this a bit of a stealth mission, but we know how that usually goes.
If only we had some way to see inside.
Do you have any extra sensors for that?
I do have multiple eyes. I believe you would call them eyes.
Are they detachable?
I'm not sure. That may be something that TK or Weary could do. Maybe not now because TK has dog hands. Paws, that is the word.
Yeah, I mean, like, if we could just throw like a thing inside and it can see for us, that would probably work pretty well.
That could be an option.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to sleep because well, I'm pretty exhausted if I'm being honest.
Yes, you sleep. All of you should sleep.
Laura, what are you doing during this downtime? As you help translate a bit for TK and Weary, but TK is kind of starting to settle down a bit now.
Um, I think. Well, I know like Glyph had said this was kind of at the same time as I'm bickering with Stop, TK. Um, and I think after like she gets settled in, like I'm gonna end up just kind of wait for her to go to sleep and then scooch around kind of like next to her and just like scritch behind her ear. Like we'll figure this out, I promise. And then end up
There's
kind
a
of
very little bit of that, like, tapping.
just a little tailback. And I'll like unintentionally like kind of just start like dozing off like on top of her because she's so soft and fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think
Little bit sticky from all the blood.
a little sticky, but it's nothing that like I think Kratok has like thaumaturgy, so we'll give you a good dog bath before we leave. But yeah, so I'm petting her and just kind of like trying to ease her mind about everything, and then like
Mm-hmm.
I just pass out on her.
So you're all falling asleep pretty quick, and you're just wiped out. Even though you showed up here, it was probably around noon, and so technically it would be around like 2 o'clock. But the amount of exertion, the just difficulties you faced, the amount of pain you genuinely went through, just caused you all to just pass out. And with the protection of this, it has been really handy. Kratok explained that it's basically like an opaque orb, and people aren't able to look in or try to get in there. So you're all kind of safe at the moment. While you're all sleeping, you're all having just vivid nightmares in this place. It is terrifying. The different monsters that your brain is coming up with, the situations, seeing your friends slain, being slain yourself, or worse, being captured by these terrible creatures. And Alora, you feel something different. Your senses are going off that there's another godling. And it's tough. Like, it's a strong godling. It's not a demigod. You know that feeling. That feeling is overwhelming whenever you have someone like that near you. But this just seems kind of familiar. You snap awake. Your drool onto TK as you're just quickly wiping your mouth and looking around. And you see someone walking out into the desert from the hut. You hear these little jingles from their boots as they're stepping up. You see they have a poncho that they're wearing, and the wind catches it and it sort of whips a bit to the side, and they hold their hat down as they're walking out.
Hello?
They crouch down. They look in right at you, Alora. You know they shouldn't be able to see you. It's completely opaque. They shouldn't be able to hear you either. And they just say, Alora, come outside for a second. The voice sounds very familiar to you. You can't place it.
You're playing on my daddy issues. I'll just very cautiously like leave the bubble. Shut up, Eve.
You step out of the bubble. You look back at it. just like Kratok said, completely opaque. You can't hear TK's snoring or the little sort of gadgets that are whirring in the device that Weary had just recently constructed, or Kratok's cooing that he makes whenever he's sleeping. You just hear the sounds of the winds whipping, the sand hitting against this hut, and you see the person, they're just walking a little bit away from the hut and just standing there, their back to you.
Okay, I'm here.
Shouldn't have come to this desert. We left you back there for a reason, Alora.
Who are you?
The person turns around. You see your father's face.
Yep.
They have a beard now, and it's rough. Their face looks weathered. They have a few more scars now. Their hair is greasy, and it's trying to be kept under this cap as it's sort of whipping off to the side. They're holding it down, looking at you. You remember your father's eyes. They were always kind. They were always... They were so proud whenever looking at you. But right now, they seem stern.
Father?
I left you back there with Elder Bramble. Why'd you have to leave the grove?
Well, why did you? I was 6.
There's a lot of things I wanted to eat you. A lot of
They
things I
still
wanted to get
do.
us. Damn it, Alora, you left. You had an incredibly powerful druid circle watching over you.
You didn't think to tell me this? Or tell my tree father? Like, you could have said something. A note, anything, but you didn't.
When we left originally, there's something in the town. Greenest. Something was attacking. Me and your mother went to go investigate. It was powerful. Your mother was in danger. I had them go stay with your godmother. And while I was there fighting the creature, it was separating itself. Trying to find you. Then when I went to go get your mother, there was one made of worms. It beat me and your godmother to the punch. Snatched her right up. I was gonna go back. That thing just kept hunting. Kept hunting me for years. Every time I wanted to go back there, I was worried I was gonna reveal where you were. I missed you every day. So nature, huh? That's where your power's sitting?
Yeah, that's kind of where you and Mom left me.
Your mom always thought it was going to be something to do with the sun. You're so positive and beaming.
I'm not as positive as I once was.
Well, there's always another side to you, Alora. A stronger side. You ate, didn't you?
Yes. I was told I was gonna have to. And it's helped, don't get me wrong. Although I'll pull out the jar of what's left of the worm guy. They didn't quite make much of a difference.
You need the whole thing. Can't just be a part.
No, I know. We were just in a hurry. Shut up, Eve. And we were in a hurry, and my friends were dying. I was dying. I was dead. I don't remember. It was all a blur.
You look just like them. Your mother always said you're gonna look more like me, but no. I wanted you to be safe. I didn't want you to get caught up in all of this. The crawling chaos, Alora? Do you know how dangerous this thing is? It's older than time.
It's not like I had anything else going for me, and I have my friends. And granted, one's a dog, and she'd probably kill me if she found out I did this. But I have a wonderful. I have several friends that are more than capable, and this one isn't the only one that I've had to eat. We've taken down several together, and we've been okay. We took. Well, I wouldn't say we took care of Greenus, but it got taken care of. Cared of? Taken care of? It got
Laura,
covered.
slow down. You're stumbling over your words again.
And
You're not in Loch Railta anymore. Laura, you are in the far realms. It's where shit gets weird. Things don't make sense. Reality bends. We're in their playground.
I've been in a house that makes us bleed as we walk through it. I have dealt with the Fae Queen and pissed her off and then made her acquaintance. I don't know. It was weird. I've done.
That's your godmother. Of course you're gonna get by with that.
What?
You were there when you were a kid. I guess you don't really remember it much. It's been a long time.
Oh. I'll rub that in TK's face later. Oh. Now I just have more questions, but I'll deal with that when I get there, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm just stuck on the Warped Queen is my godmother. But
I don't know how much that matters at the moment. We're in the eye of the storm right now. My power is in the dream realm. It's not travel. It's not any kind of divination. I can't get to you. I'm not here. I actually don't even know if anyone could get to you short of a demigod or something.
I have one of those.
It's here, you know.
What?
Crawling chaos.
I mean, yeah, I figured as much. That's why we're here, isn't it?
I don't think so. You're here for Resmir, right?
I mean, yes, but it's all kind of intertwined, as you've basically said. It's all there.
It's all a big goddamn game to these things. They're old. They're bored. We're just here. All right. I didn't want to have to do this. You need to lay low. All right? This is going to help you. But it's going to suck.
Have you met my teammates?
Your father pulls out a pistol and shoots you in the stomach. You get hit, and You look down as this red is blossoming out on your stomach. Your father puts away the pistol. You feel a surge going through you. Strange power. You're sinking to your knees. You're in shock. Your whole body is freaking out. As you're looking up, your father is looking away. There's a shadow growing, very large, over one of the pyramids in the distance. Don't stay any longer here than you have to. And you wake up with TK just sort of rolling around and licking your face, just unconsciously.
TK. Nudge, nudge. TK.
What?
I met my dad.
I would have assumed that you hadn't.
But I met him in a dream.
Okay.
And then he shot me. And then they shot me.
You feel something strange, Laura. Normally, you know, as a godling, you're kind of a beacon to other godlings. You don't feel that right now.
There's a feeling kind of like in the here, and I kind of just point at my stomach, like just all of it. Something's wrong.
You have a gut feeling.
You're lucky you're a dog right now.
No, that was a genuine question. Are you having a gut feeling right now that something's wrong?
Something's wrong with me. I don't know. Maybe I just need to go back to sleep. They said that they can we might need help with godlings, or not godlings, demigods. So maybe Barkashka
yes,
and mine
yes,
can work together.
We do definitely need help with the demigods.
No, like the demigods can help us.
Probably, but I don't trust them to give us good help.
I mean, they might. Oh, by the way, the Word Queen was my godmother. So she's not mad at me. Not in the real way.
Well, she...
Shut up. More in like the mom way than like the pissed off deity way.
So what you're saying is that you are incredibly lucky and privileged.
With abandonment issues, yes. But also, I'm glad I have you here, and I'm sorry you're stuck as a dog. But we were also told that we have to lay low.
I mean, yes, personally, I agree. Don't really have much time for laying low, though.
I mean, we've got ways, right?
I'm all ears.
Technically, you're all fur, but shut up, Ian. But I don't really know what to do. You're the leader.
Well, what you can do right now is go back to sleep.
Can I stay over here with you?
That's fine.
Thank you. I'll go back to like kind of just the head pats until I fall back asleep.
It takes a minute, but the two of you fall back to sleep. You can hear the rest of your companions are definitely also asleep. You all wake up and feel a lot better. There's a lot of potent magic in this land. And the thing that wakes you up is the hut disappearing and this heat wave hitting all of you. You are all had a long rest, got your spells back, healed up.
Question: do I, as an automata, have any kind of fan or?
You'd have an
way
internal
to-
cooling system, yeah.
Okay, if I like open my chest, can that
No,
help
it's-
everyone else?
It's
just
not
for me.
it's not like an actual fan. It would be some more fancy
Okay.
liquid cooling.
Our final giveaway is a PC based on glyph. It's got tiny teeth inside to kill you.
Yes.
Place tiny candies in there, and they'll just slowly get ripped
it'll
apart.
just get ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
Wow, the hut just never quite lasts long enough.
You turn over and Weary looks like a doomsday prepper. Like they have a bunch of canisters everywhere, and like
Ready.
the normal like duster coat has been enchanted because Weary had to disenchant Pesca because they don't have a Pesca anymore, and instead their regular like duster overcoat that they bought in the Feywild now has like a weird shimmery like mirage effect to it, and realize that that's the Cloak of Elven Kind enchantment.
Oh, nice.
So I have that activated. And then alongside of that, you can see some canisters that look new. One of them has a picture of Big D the Spider Horse on it, that like painted on very carefully, and that one is being like stored. One of them has what appear to be like, you know, when you make a childhood cutout of like the little people, and they look like you spread it out and it's they're holding hands.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a little cutout of a bunch of Aloras holding hands, and that one is like marked and labeled and being tucked aside, and it's like. Okay, I imagine we all. Liff, you sounded very pensive yesterday. I think you have a very concrete plan in mind, and I have packed everything I need for infiltration and/or murder. So let's get started.
Infiltration and/or murder are probably our two best options. I would prefer infiltration, but we do need to know what we're heading into. Also, and Glyph. Again, looks kind of pensive, and Glyph needs less sleep than y'all. So they were up a little longer, and they had been sewing. And they're like, well, I was thinking about us as a team, and I'm not sure. Maybe this was foolish. And they pull out. They have 5. They're basically patches, and they're all different shapes, but they're 5 different colors, and it's red, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And like one's a star, and one's a circle, like a pie graph, and one's like a hexagon or a pentagon, and 2 are just like stripes. And they're like, I thought we needed some kind of unifying symbol, but I didn't have enough fabric to make them all the same.
Nice.
I mean, we are called the Randos, so all having random symbols is probably pretty fitting, right?
It works out for not being easily identified as far as association goes, I suppose. Oh yeah, I met my dad.
Like in a
Your-
spiritual way, or
Your dad?
Yeah.
oh, that was a kind of a joke, but that's interesting.
No, I did not quite literally meet my maker, although I did. It.
I thought your parents were eaten by worms.
Mom was apparently.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm sorry. I mean, I knew
And
that,
I think
but
Dad
it's
was
still weird to say.
Dad was later. On that note, I'm just gonna like put a little bit of like water in there and eat the worms like cereal, and just be like, "Excuse me for a minute." Turn around and just be like just quickly scarf the worms.
part of a balanced breakfast.
It's a lot easier this time. With the first time with the ooze, you were very hesitant and it was kind of gross. But this time it feels natural. Like your body's. It's kind of like when you drink water after working out. Your body's just so happy about it, and
Yeah, I
that's
know
what's
that
happening when you're eating those worms.
Yay, wormies. Okay. I so that's taken care of.
Well, is your father going to help us?
No. Not directly anyway.
Okay.
Oh, and the Warp Queen is my godmother.
Weren't
So
you?
we're not gonna
Fascinating.
die.
Weren't
At
you like
least-
nothing? Never mind.
What?
I don't know. There was a moment where I think everyone just looked at the Warp Queen with like some admiration. Not my type, obviously, but I did sense that from some of us, and I imagine you're grappling with some interesting feelings now, and I'm sorry about that.
No, she's gorgeous and full of power. I would only hope to be like her.
Fair enough.
We're not related.
Not directly, but either way, you
That reminds me.
she's mostly just mad at me like a mother figure more than
Okay.
Barkoshka at the moment, probably.
Mm.
Sorry about that, pet. And
Arkoshka's fine with you.
Weary takes out some weird pellets and gets them set aside. There's 3 of them.
and oh yeah, I got shot in the stomach.
Do you need medical attention, or is this another metaphor?
No, it happened. I hurt.
There's a bruise there, but you didn't take any like damage or anything. But
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
you don't
Interesting.
feel the connection of like being able to feel a godling near you. You don't feel like you're giving that off at the moment either.
It's my energy feels different.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. But they did say that we will need to have probably some demigod help, so I'm probably gonna have to call in my friend. Barky over here is gonna have to call hers.
We did recently revive the moon, so hopefully they will
Yes,
be willing to help us.
That's what I was
And
talking about.
Mad at me personally. I guess we'll see.
I don't think they should be. Just don't talk to them.
Oh, I don't want to.
Cool. Beyond that, we lived a bunch of trauma.
Hmm.
They seemed kind of upset that I ate some of the godlings. I mean, like, I'm upset I ate some of the godlings, but that's for a moral standpoint. But, gotta love cannibalism. But beyond that, there wasn't much else. Just, we need to try and lay low. Cliff, I think I have an idea.
Well,
One
moment, and I retraced the facility in the
Nice.
sand. What were you going to say, Laura?
I think I have developed, if you want to call it that. I can kind of feel various creatures around me, and I want to see if I can maybe call one or conjure one to us, and use them as our little helpers, and then I can just speak to them.
That could be good. Let's hold on to that and look into our options. And Glyph starts, without any care for y'all's personal things, just starts grabbing y'all's bags. He's like, I looked through your equipment while you were sleeping, and starts pulling out.
I'm just gonna
various
hand
things.
out like those weird pellets Weary made. Weary hands one to Katak, one to Alora, and one to TK Dog. And they're like breakfast like protein pellets, but they are clearly enchanted.
And
But do I eat this?
Oh yes, it'll give you enhanced vitality. I prepped them last night for breakfast.
How long
Yes,
do they
TK, you
last?
can eat that.
Yeah, it's the aid spell out of character. It gives you 5 extra maximum hit points.
Bet.
Sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that temp HP or is that
No,
like full?
it bumps up your maximum HP by 5
Wow.
for 8 hours, which should be the amount of time it takes us to not die in this facility.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah, Glyph pulls out like the golden fiddle and the sentient rope and the jar full of bone golem and the rollerblades and the sleep horn and some of the other stuff and pulls Forvin out from under your hat.
Ah! It's too hot. This place sucks.
Dude.
This place does suck and we do wish to leave it as quickly as possible and you may be very helpful, Forvin.
Wow.
Oh, and since I rifled through your stuff, I have 2 Yester glasses. We do have these.
What are those?
We purchased these from ST3V3. They are the glasses that let us see into the past.
Oh yeah.
We may be able to see and I pull out the USB drive. We may be able to see the Nostradamus agents that came here.
People digging through my stuff.
TK really doesn't appreciate that you dug through her stuff. My dad said we're in the far realms, so I'm not really sure.
In the far realms.
Yes. I don't know how far realms are, but we're in them.
The castle we're next to, though, was brought in from our world, so it still functions as the same space for the Yester glasses.
Right?
So we should still be able to tell what happened in the past of the castle?
I suppose
God.
there's only one way to find out.
Trying to bring up the PDF with the Yester glass. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Oh no, the bane of any game, semantics.
That's right. Here at Battle of the 7 Dice, we love rules.
Love 'em.
Well, I at least want like the description that I gave it. I have
It's
too
a
many
cool-
PDFs.
It's a cool item. It lets you
Um,
see like past events in a specific place for like an hour.
Yeah, because we used it last time and we saw Kratak's like backstory.
Oh,
Ballad of the semantic dice.
I don't think I've ever used mine. Because I think it's one use, so I've been holding on to it until a moment like this.
Yeah, they're consumable. They only
I think you
are
saw
only good ones.
Kratak's backstory through the Doom Cube.
Yeah, we
Oh.
haven't actually used the Yester glasses.
We
yet,
haven't?
So I'm excited to give them a use.
Hey
I
there,
swear.
dear listeners. Do you want to know what all these cool items do? Maybe you want to use them in your game. You're probably wondering, Lucas, how do I do that? Great news. Head on over to our Patreon, sign up, and I have PDFs set up that have all the information on every item that the randos could have purchased or did purchase. Wow, fun! Yes, I'm using it now. The Yester Glass. This single-use item can be lifted in front of the user and shows them a major activity that happened within the last 10 years in this specific spot. It will show the most recent major activity, but does not produce sound.
Can we see the facility like through the I guess this is like a crappy reed hut.
You could like punch a
Um,
hole and just
Oh yeah, Glyph will do that.
yeah. It was made by Dorvins for Dorvins, so
Okay.
punch a hole right through it. There was like part of like an old clock that you like punch through those for some reason in the wall, and it gets knocked out, and you look out towards the facility. What you can see is the side of the turret. So the main entrance to the facility is a little bit further away from you. So look on the map here. You're all down on the side of the turret, and on the north facing part is where the entrance is to this facility. So that's kind of like where the pathway is. Where you are, it would be like right beside where the moat once was.
I could sneak up and try to have more of the hut and the facility in view.
I could give you my cloak again to enhance your stealth capabilities.
Yes, let's.
So, cross-referencing the thing that Glyph does, and like chameleon patterns. I have a new magic thing I can do. Mostly because I'm an idiot and somehow forgot a spell. So I wound up with an extra one right now. So I was like, oh!
Yeah.
So viewers, check your spells. Make sure you have all of them. So yeah, I can cast this pass without a trace if we want to do that.
Ooh, that'll affect all of us, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's hold on to that.
Yeah, I can keep my. Oh, if we do that though, I can keep my cloak, and then we can just all kind of filter in.
How long does it
stealth-wise.
last?
Like an hour
Good.
or 10 minutes.
An hour?
Up to an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not bad.
My stealth's real good.
Yeah, so I can keep the cloak, and then that
I'm
plus
pretty
10
decent,
will just win us most of our stealth rolls.
unless Lucas hates us. But
Are
Well,
we
I mean,
all
unless-
going to look at the front door? What's the plan here? We
Let's-
just need to be able to see more of the facility.
Yeah, let's hold on the pass without a trace for when we all infiltrate, and then just
Yes.
send Glyph first.
Yeah, send me. Yeah, I'm gonna take tink it against my glass eyes, my mask. Tink tink. I'll be right back.
Oh, before you go, I hand you, like basically a smooth stone that I picked up off the floor. Actually, no, it has to be a weird object because it was made by Dwarven. So I pick up what appears to be like a metal spittoon, and I've enchanted a little mouth onto it, and it's going to make a 6-second sound, which is just the sound of me like Weary screaming. And you don't know when Weary recorded this, but Weary like gives it to you. And it's
Was
like
it
if things
Greenest?
go poorly, you just throw that jar at something and it'll start screaming, and we'll know, hey, it's time for us to come in.
was that a
Very-
squeaky buddy?
Later, you're a genius.
Not enough people say it, and thank you.
No,
Can that
Blue's
be the
very
name
good.
of the next like inn we stay at? The Screaming Spittoon.
The
Screaming spittoon.
I
I'm
love
all right with that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let me. I'm gonna
Remind
take
me.
the Esterglass. I'm gonna stealth out there. And it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's nighttime.
Roll that stealth.
Wait, did the sun set?
No.
What happened? No.
It has
There's a
not.
lot of suns.
Yeah, it has
Okay.
not changed. The 3 suns are still high in the sky.
Okay. You all hydrate. I will be right back. Worried about my friends. That is a 23.
All right, Cliff.
Nice.
So you are slowly stepping out of the hut, making your way. You see the bodies are already drying up outside, the dead bodies. They've only been here for about 8 hours or so, but already it is unreal the progress that has happened to these corpses. You are just sort of sneaking by. You see the mangled body of Ironjaw. The 2 pieces of the great sword are stabbed into the ground. This like full plate armor they have on, glinting in the sun. It looks hot as hell. As you're going by it, like it's just been heated up this whole time. You just go over where the water once was, this empty moat, and you are now sort of crouched near the front entrance. This dead brush. You're kind of just sort of right near. You can hear the Dwarvens chattering on top of the turret, yelling things, going like, I don't see nothing. I haven't seen anything for years. And they're all like, you can hear the odd time that like one of them just slaps one of them, or like they might be taking an item and hitting the horn up there every so often. It's just bizarre. You take this Yesterclass, and where are you looking specifically? At the doorway?
I want to be able to see the front, but also our hut, because I feel like the Nostradamus agents were there at some point.
Okay,
So maybe we can see what their equipment looked like, or
sure. So you hold up this Yesterglass. You're looking through it. Everything is tinged in this yellow. You're kind of like tapping it. Nothing seems to be happening at first, and then there's a little shimmer that passes through. You stare out, and the whole area becomes lush and green once more. You see the insects buzzing around, and it's like while you have the glass up, like you can look around with it, and it's showing you just the whole area around you. Even if like when you look down at your feet, you see mud there instead of the sand. You see there are these 10 people are crouched down. The outfits they're wearing look strange. It's almost like what padded leather armor looks like. kind of like that, but it has like a grayish silverish tinge to it, and they have like also like mesh armor like over top of that. They each have these small silver backpacks on them. It says Nostradamus Corporation. They all have these helmets down. Looks kind of similar to what Chambers would wear. That just dark visor that comes down. They're each holding onto rifles and they have different weapons along their sides. You can see them. They're nodding to each other and pointing forward. You see a couple of Dorvins are coming out swinging items, and one of them just gets blasted. Just like a hole right through its head as it falls down to the ground. They move forward, and you're watching them. They just make short work of the door as they're moving forward. And you see just coming out from these other long houses, there are just a wave of Dorvins that come like waving whips and screaming and all towards them. As they turn around, they start shooting these, and you just watch as they're quickly overwhelmed and being drug inside.
The USB drive get in the hut. Okay. So that was at least 10 years ago, or sometime in the last 10 years. Was it way more Dorvins than what we just killed? Oh.
Meanwhile, back in the hut.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, TK is trying to have a Kratok help her get undressed because it's way too hot for these clothes.
But you're in fur. Are you wearing clothes?
Yeah, her clothes were oversized for her, so when she grew.
Oh, that's right. That's
right.
right. We made the joke
Speed
about the legs on the dog. Yes. Okay. My bad.
It's called fashion sweaty.
Now she's cooking because it's a layer on top of the fur.
Ugh, yeah.
Ugh.
We just start grooming TK in the fucking hut because we're bored.
Yeah, we're is surprisingly totally fine with extreme heat given where they're from.
Ah, yes, the pits of hell.
Yeah, well, no, the second that's fucked up. You can't just assume Weird's from hell.
You can't just say tieflings are from hell.
I was
That's
gonna say,
awful.
coming back for that.
Question. I
It
think you
wasn't a
picked up
tiefling thing.
Glyph. I think you picked up me instead of you.
Oh, I didn't pick up anything,
Oh.
but I saw that you were over there.
Oh yeah, I wasn't supposed
Oh,
to.
I moved it. My bad. I got the wrong
While
one.
I'm using the Yesterglass, can I move with it?
Yep.
I was gonna try to come back.
You're
See in the hut.
so it's still like the same kind of scene as you're looking back towards the hut, and you just see Dorvins are dancing around in the
Yeah.
area, and
Glyph can probably open their other eye and
it is
see.
very disconcerting as you get hit like with this wave of like vertigo as all your sensors are trying to put together two realities that don't quite match. But you do see all these Dorvins are dancing, and some of them are on top of the roofs. You see that some of them are just like arguing with undead lizards, but you can't hear what any of them are saying.
Okay. Should I stealth back, I assume? Or...
It would be the same stealth roll. You're good.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm going to stealth back. On the way, if I can, I want to pull those two halves of that sword out of Ironjaw.
Yeah.
Just gonna snag those. Then I want to come back to the hut and see what I see.
Yeah, you bring those back, and they are just like super heated, the blades, as you're setting them down. But it looks like they easily click together, forming just a large greatsword. Looking inside the hut, you see some Dorvins are, like one is sort of like carving their name into the wall, but it's just like a bunch of squiggles and weird things. You see one is smacking their head into the wall. Another one is sitting there screaming at like a beetle that's crawling across the floor. It's absolute nonsense.
Kind of shudders, and closes the Yesterglass. Well, that was less helpful than I was hoping. The Nostradamus agents, there were 10 of them. They were completely overwhelmed. And I believe there are many more Dorvan 2.0s inside of this building than we dispatched, which was my main concern. So as we did not see the inside with the Yesterglass, that does lead us to plan B. which is me, and I'll take my face off. I have a number of auxiliary cameras, and I was wondering, Weary, TK, if you could possibly connect my vision, and I hold up the Nostradamus Fun Time Vacation tablet thing.
Yeah.
It's just a screen that shows different locations. I was wondering if you could transfer the visuals into this.
I think between me and TK, we could manage that. I mean, yeah, there's probably some sort of connection we can create.
I will need
I don't
tinkering.
have a mini HDMI cable.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna make an
Either.
HDMI cable thing. Like, yeah, but you know,
We don't have the
CDs barely
adapters.
exist. Yeah.
Yeah, but
We need
given that
a-
TK is a dog, she says that she has no adapter.
She's got like a functioning hand.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
it's
just
like
long
big
dog
claws.
hands.
They're not big meaty claws, you know.
It always starts off as like TK's this cute fluffy dog to now she's back to the disgusting weird demon thing I had.
Long
in my
It
dog.
was
head.
always like a giant pink werewolf
Like
dog.
like a
since its
weird
portion.
borzoi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Borzoi,
but
that's
Lucas
my
just had her
favorite
as like
dog.
soft and fluffy and pink, and I was
I
like,
rolled-
okay.
I rolled a 22 thanks to me remembering how artificers work.
Oh, but I was
And-
gonna say,
Oh,
So,
yeah.
one second.
I know my own insides. I also have Tinker tools.
Oh, okay.
Ideally, this would work wirelessly.
Yeah, I would
but
like
if-
for it to.
Yeah.
I will need
I got a
TK
14.
to get a 14. Okay.
Can I aid?
Yeah, I'll let you give advantage.
I already
Okay.
have advantage from
Oh, okay.
my
Oh.
Never mind then.
scientific understanding. That's
Nice.
the only reason why I'm good at this.
Real question is, who's reaching their hand inside of my face?
Oh, Weary
That would
has
be
a
weary.
glove. Yeah. You don't want to get like werewolf hair.
Oh,
gunking up the
I was
works.
thinking I had a +1. Never mind. I've actually got a +3 to that,
Ooh.
so that would actually be a 16.
All right,
That's
that's a
very
lot
good.
better.
Weary
So,
puts on a heavy duty leather like work glove and just goes like looks away and then turns around and is like, no, I have
It's-
to actually put my hand in there and look. And sticks
Oh,
the
it's
hand in
weird.
to find the receptors.
Glyph
it's just
tries-
being shredded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Glyph
you-
tries to keep the internal hooks and spikes in check, but it's almost like just like a reaction.
Yeah.
PK's hand occasionally like comes in and just like points a claw at something.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, so we like adjust slightly to find the thing and like basically activates some receptors in there and turns on the tablet and tries to kind of figure it out because Weary's previously done Nostradamus Corp training exercises before, so that I could use that forklift.
So, Glyph, what I'm going to need you to do is an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
Because-
That does me a concern. Ooh, that's not bad.
Waiting
That's
to
a
pair.
17.
Okay, so you're not sickened.
Okay.
Because
It's bad though. Ugh.
you just get hit with like this wave of dizziness because they're connecting your eyes essentially to a screen and like parts of your brain, and it is weird. The only way to describe it would be absolutely bizarre, dizzying, sickening, and you feel this tablet. You feel it almost like it's a part of you now. You can feel the different wires running through it. It's shoddily designed casing. You can see the different manufacturing flaws inside of it where someone clearly didn't care. They're just mass producing these things. And you see where you can connect as Weary and TK are getting everything set up. So doing this, you're not... Both you, Weary, and TK, you've worked with machines, but nothing like this. Nothing like a Centurion model and nothing like a tablet that looks into different planes of existence. You are pretty certain it's good. When it comes up, think of it like those old security cameras. There's like the line going through it every so often.
Oh.
And you can see like there's different cameras on Glyph that you're kind of like flipping between.
Oh.
Most of them are just seeing cloth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's black and white. Of
Oh,
course, there's no
interesting.
sound, but you at least can kind of see what's going on.
Oh. I think it's paired.
Glyph's panning and looking at all of you, and you see yourselves.
Yeah, I try to avoid showing you the actual screen so you don't get weird infinite vision.
Ugh, thank you.
It's like looking
Okay.
into two mirrors.
Yeah, it's when you have the screen grab thing on Twitch open at the same time as something else, and it just like screen all the way down.
Mm.
I click my my mask back on. Hopefully that doesn't interfere.
Doesn't seem to, no.
Okay. And then I try to. This isn't gonna look good, but I notice like I know I've got cameras like on my arms.
Mm-hmm.
I try to like rip holes in my clothes so we can get some 360.
So you're tearing like parts of your clothes so that you can properly see. Now you have like more options as you're looking through Glyph's different cameras. And whenever they access the camera that they want to look through, Glyph you can't see in that direction.
Oh.
Oh.
So you can kind of, and at the moment, I don't think you have a means of communication.
We have message and sending, I think.
It would have to be sending because we have to see each other first message. But you can also hold up like a middle finger in front of the camera that we're looking through, and that'll be like, oh no, I'm in danger.
Yes. TK, do you know any hand signals for infiltration?
TK just does like a series of like complicated hand gestures.
Yeah.
Glyph does them back at you. Okay.
He only gets one down and just gives up.
Well, with this, if I can make it inside, that can give us the interior layout, which will allow Kratok to teleport or be able to fly up or in, or all of you to climb in. My second main concern is, and I gesture, my second main concern is the alert horn and the telescopic camera. I feel like disabling these will be beneficial to us.
I take them out real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm gonna make some noise, but I can do it.
I could throw some acid on the screens, and that would functionally melt the lenses.
As soon as they have been disturbed, we will essentially be in the thick of it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. Okay, out of character, because I know we have a lot of options. So I can sneak in, and then Kratok and one of you can dimension door in, and we can cause some trouble, and whoever else would be on like distraction duty.
Sounds like a plan.
Right. Who would have the hardest time getting in there?
Before me, but I explicitly brought the stealth cloak so that I could not have as much trouble with it.
No, I mean like accessing the building in general.
Oh,
not just hanging out inside.
I have the breach charge thing, so overall, like I have an easy time. I think I'm good.
Okay.
It would probably be me.
So, Kratok should dimension door to the Laura.
Mm-hmm.
Because TK can climb or throw herself or whatever. Or
That
just
mental
make
image is hilarious.
just a shit ton of noise literally anywhere.
And we have the screamy terrain. We have a can of screams.
Yeah,
I think we still have the Screamy Buddy somewhere.
We have a sentient rope.
Yeah, is TK big enough that where you can just hold on while you climb, and we can just get in through the ceiling?
TK is 5 feet tall.
She's strong.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll just
She's just Lord.
Weary will
She's
just go
large for several
Yeah.
more hours.
Yeah, we'll just go with TK, and then Alora and Kurtak can teleport in, and we'll get in there and raise hell.
All right.
Should we just all rendezvous on the roof?
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
Okay, so the plan is
Mhm.
TK is climbing the side to go on top of this turret, which is 1 floor. Here, I'm going to put the map with none of the baddies on it.
Oh, I can give you spider climb
Ooh.
So,
for TK.
Mhm.
Don't burn the spell. TK
Yeah,
can make the climb.
We're gonna need these to blow up
see
Resmir.
if I can...
Yeah.
Between being able to telekinetically throw herself and like
Yeah.
advantage on strength checks, the
Mhm.
climb ain't gonna be a problem.
Yeah. We're definitely packing a lot of like combat, like control spells rather than damage. So stuff to hold down Resmir or keep away a whole section of Dorvins.
Okay, so you're all wanting to climb on top of the one floor turret, like the roof of it where the horn is. So like we're saying that TK is going to climb up while Weary is holding on.
Mhm.
Then Glyph, you're going to also climb up there.
Yeah, and then with my eyes, Kurtak will be able to see in there, so he can teleport.
Okay, so
Oh.
is Glyph going first to kind of like look around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
we should get a feel before
Oh yeah.
TK and Weary start smashing.
Yeah.
Phrasing, but also how.
Hey.
But
They're like, can y'all go?
goodness.
Get out of here.
Goodness.
How
Scandal.
am I getting in
It's-
there? I'm the only one that doesn't have.
Oh, Kurtak can teleport you in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the plan. Talk with Dimension Door with Alora.
Yeah, 'cause you can dimension door with a pal, a friend.
Because the less people we have climbing and trying to stealth, the
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, we failure proof our infiltration plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
So
pass?
let's go with Team A. Glyph.
Which is me.
Glyph, I need a stealth roll and I need an athletics roll from you.
Yes. I am good at those. Stealth
have-
is.
Yeah, we have some
21.
inspirations in the pot too.
And we have inspiration pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that was a stealth and what? Acrobat.
Athletics.
Okay. Not great. I'm gonna that was a 7. I'm gonna take one of those inspos to do a little better. That's way better. That is a 19.
Okay.
Nice.
Coming to the second floor. Put all the randos over here. So Glyph, you are climbing. I'm sorry, can you just tell me your stealth one more time?
It was a 21. 10 plus 11.
Okay.
Wait. Before Glyph goes, who has Darkblade?
Oh,
good question.
good question.
I had him because I went and grabbed him after I threw him on the ground and then went and picked him up like in a cloth and threw him in my bag.
Should
so-
I take Darkblade? It should be me
Maybe,
or TK.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of thinking maybe Weary and TK just because
yeah.
we're
You
going
need
to
to
be
cause-
making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And we have options because my version of Darkblade is a gun and
Darkblade.
TK's version is a sword, so we can
Dark
meet threats at different range levels.
Do you have opposable thumbs? I know we've said you have hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Long
It's
thumbs.
like it's like
Long
very
thumb- Okay. Then
Yeah,
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 okay.
they're
Werewolf dog with a
dexterous
sword.
hands, but they're functional hands. Also, she can use Darkblade with her brain.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Oh yeah, I had
Okay.
this image of you being like,
So,
Oh, you
mean, it would
mean
be
that
pretty
would
sweet.
also be pretty cool.
so our plan would be for all of us to get up to the roof, disable their horns, disable their ability to view us, and then cause as much trouble as possible.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
All right. So Glyph, you climb up. You see plenty. You see lots of Dorvins running around, just It's madness. It doesn't make sense what they're doing. This isn't effective in the slightest. Some of them are playing games. Some of them are attacking each other. There are two that are having a fist fight. There is the horn is. I'll make a little drawing. So the horn is here. Boop boop ba-doop. So you are looking over at this horn, and like every so often, one of the dwarves will come by with a whip and just slap it. And then they hit it, and they're like, ah! As they're like frightened by the sound, and they leave, running away from it. The horn itself looks bizarre. It is twisting in all sorts of weird angles, like a 90s screensaver. And it is just going at all these different angles. You're not even sure how it works. It doesn't make any sense. And then the head of the horn ends. It is this human's face that is just in this contorted scream. And it looks to be alive.
Great.
But none of the
Okay.
Dwarvens seem to notice you. You've like gripped onto the side of like it's been like a lot of these steel platings. You're finding little finger holds and footholds as you're getting yourself up, and you've kind of like pulled yourself up. You're looking over.
Is there like a door or an exit or something into the tower?
You do see that there are stairs at the far end, and they go down. So they'll be here. Reveal.
Did we discuss if I was going inside the building?
I think the agreement was that you would just be on the roof.
So you see there are 9 Dwarvens in total.
Okay, 9 Dwarvens.
Lift be seen on the side, kind of like where we're standing.
Like,
You can see Glyph, yeah.
Talk's going to move very carefully a bit closer.
Or I guess, are you all in the hut at the moment? So
I kind of assumed we moved towards
all right,
the
then
castle area, but
anyone who's not inside the hut, I will need a stealth check from.
I was thinking, since we have like the camera and whatnot, and that's what Kratok is going to be using to dimension door, it's probably best if Kratok just stays in the hut.
okay.
Since you'll have line of sight no matter where you're sitting, and if you need to get there in an emergency, you could just teleport.
There also is a hole in the hut that Glyph punched, and
Yeah.
you could see through this hole. You can see Glyph dangling off the edge.
yeah, I want.
I think that's
This
really
is-
far away. Though.
This is some Cirque du Soleil stuff, but I want to, like, I guess hanging on the edge, I need to work my way around and see if I can
Okay.
get to the. This is great.
Make me,
I'm getting a lot of Chambers memories of doing this on
Give
the
me an athletics check. As you're
the
trying
sooty
to move.
rooftops of the Foundry of Steel. Athletics. Okay. That one's a 14.
So it's hard. Is your fingers are slipping sometimes. Every so often, like one of the Dwarvens will just bump right into the ledge where you're at, and you have to stay there for maybe a minute or two, just waiting for them to go by. You're slowly going over. Move your character where you would like them to be.
Yeah. Very slowly. Oh, come on, internet.
Okay. You're looking. There's this Dwarven that's right near you. And
Oh,
they're-
gosh,
they're
what's all this?
swinging. I think you're looking. Oh, that's just empty. So don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
This is the second floor. So like you're kind of like this stuff here, like down there. That's all like think of it like the sand below. And
Okay.
This is like
I'm
the
trying to see
the
this.
wall.
It was letting me see the staircase, and now it's not, so I can't. Okay.
All right. So you see the staircase there. The stairs clearly go inside the facility, and looking down there, you can see that it is very well lit inside the facility. Like a white light is keeping the whole place lit up.
Okay. This didn't go how I thought it was gonna go. Don't know if I can stealth in there. That would probably be a new stealth roll to like roll over this edge.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
That's fine. 9 plus 11, so dirty 20.
Okay.
Yes.
You're creeping down, and you're making your way towards the stairs. You all are watching this tablet, and every so often you see Glyph have to like kind of freeze up as this dwarven just barrels right by, not even looking at Glyph, and like smacking into things, going up to the horn, hitting it again, and running away screaming as the horn makes this strange sound, and you're just slowly creeping more and more towards the stairs, and you're now looking down. I'm just going to bring us back to the first floor. And then I will move Glyph appropriately to the stairwell. So Glyph. Woo. Can you see here?
It's trying to load.
Okay.
Bunch of black boxes.
Yeah.
You might have
Yes.
some manual shadows going on in there. You gotta remove.
Okay. Let me
All darkness.
No parents.
Calibrate my eyes. I like having my shoulders out. Scandalous.
Oh my goodness.
My word. So
I still have my ankles out.
Ah.
Glyph, you crouch
Yes.
down the stairs. You see that there are 3 dwarvens in here, one of those large toads, and you see one of those people in the full suits of armor, the one that was like missing all the skin on their face. As
Okay.
they're waiting near the front entrance. You can see
Ooh.
that leading towards the one side to your right, it is a hallway going down. But as you're stepping into this area, you see that the area itself is lit up by fluorescent lighting. So it's very clean light all in the area. The walls are stark white, but you see along the sides of the walls and on the floor, there's so many claw marks from different creatures coming through here. You see that there are marks of mud and sand, of like stuff coming through, leading towards the hallway that is off towards your right. And the rest of you are seeing this on the pad, the pad that Glyph gave.
Ooh, I don't know if I can make it over there. What does that mean,
But
Eve?
I believe in you.
I was gonna say if you need to, you can like throw the screaming jar to distract them, or you can
Yeah,
do
but then
other
they're
stuff.
all the Dwarvens are gonna come down the stairs
Oh,
at
true,
me.
true, true. I mean, I think you could probably just. Is it like a
They're
bare
all
room?
facing the door.
No, it's so funny because Glyph is basically just like walking through here.
Yeah.
There's no
Okay.
furniture in this room. It looks like
Yeah,
it's
it's
been
hard to
cleared
stealth.
out. So
All right,
Should
this
have
is
given
what
you
I
some
do.
smoke bombs.
Let me see. I want to find that detonator. All right, let's try to casually walk behind them. See what's in the hallway. Yeah, 13 plus 11.
Oh man,
Four.
being a rogue is neat.
Oh yeah, especially when I dumped everything into stealth.
all right. You're walking. You're sort of trying to get past these dwarvens. They're making nervous sounds, looking around curiously at things, poking things with their, like they have like whips and clubs. The one person is standing there in their heavy armor. You look down this hallway, and it's a lot cleaner than the entryway, though marks of blood and mud can be seen here and there. The fluorescent light bulbs illuminate this quiet hallway, and you see along the sides there are these faint screens that flick in every now and then of, like, maybe you'll see an elf that's smiling, but it's an elf that you've never seen before. It's just like pale skin, pointed ears, silvery hair, saying, "Join the Nostradamus Corporation's workforce today for a happier you." And like their thumbs up, and then the screen will like flicker away. And you're looking, you see that there should be windows that are looking out. The windows are gone. It looks like there's spots for them, an outline. You look towards the front door. The front door's gone. You look back towards the stairs. The stairs are gone. And you hear the sound of a sword being drawn. The rest of you, I will give you this moment to act.
Start smacking Kritok. Door, 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 door. Bad, bad. Door, door, door.
Okay, I was going to ask if we actually like hear or see
You
the sword stuff.
You see, because Glyph's turning to look at things, and so you're looking from like a shoulder. So when Glyph is looking down the hallway, you're all panicked, like, no, 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 Glyph! And because you
Behind
see
you.
the person turning around with drawing this sword, like looking at Glyph curiously.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
I heard that. I heard.
Yeah, but I just want to know what they're all doing because they can't hear you.
Okay. Y'all decide, and then I'll do my thing.
Yeah.
So you're
So
all
roll-
watching
as
someone
soon
draw a
as-
sword.
As soon as Kritok sees the person drawing the sword, he's like, okay, it's time to go in. And he waves his arms in like a big arc. And a large, like, red and orange glowing door appears.
Ooh.
And he steps through it.
Where are
And
you?
The location is going to be right beside where Glyph is standing.
okay, so Kritok
Yes.
Oh, my plan.
Yes, the plan.
and
Is
Alora.
Kritok taking Alora?
Yeah.
Alora
I'm the
can
one
choose
smacking him.
to go or not.
So
Yeah, at the same time, TK is just grabbing Weary and throwing them on her back. And sprinting outside, heading straight for the wall.
So the
Yeah,
doorway closes behind Kritok and Alora. Glyph, you turn going, oh my, and then all of a sudden the door walks in and you go, no! And they walk through. And Kritok, you also see the front door is gone. The stairs that Glyph came down are gone. And all these people are turning around towards you. Glyph, you look further down the hallway and you see that there are 3 more of these soldiers that are all turning towards you as they're drawing swords because they saw this suddenly, this doorway open up.
Okay. When I hear the sound of the sword, I
Mhm.
reach into my bag and I pull out the mistake and I quickly slap it on my own face, and I want to look like Resmir.
Ooh, all right. Oh. So you look like Resmir. You put this on and it's gross because you feel it just
It's
kind of
so
like going
gross.
over and it's connecting to your nerves, like your wires, so you can feel for the first time in your life what a face feels like. And it's uncomfortable, awkward in the way as you're
And the way having a face feels.
you're just going like
Yeah, but something I've never done, I wink at Kritok and Alora, and I turn around to these people in the room with all of the aplomb and authority that I've garnered from years of working for the Bywoods, and I'm like, my turncoats have arrived. I'm sorry, did you just draw a sword at me?
roll me deception with advantage.
You know what I'm gonna do? If I can, I want to give Glyph bardic inspiration. Be like,
Sure.
Yeah,
as you requested, Resmir, we're here.
okay, that's gonna be not bad. Where does my deception? Okay, 14 plus 4, and what is your inspo? Is that a D?
A D8.
Okay, so 14, 4 plus 7, so 18 plus 7.
Oh, Lord Resmir. Of course. Sorry. Yes. I apologize. As you hear a horn sound off from up above. TK, please make me your athletics check with advantage.
While I'm attached or like holding on to TK and climbing up, I'm going to activate my my dragon prowess, the tiefling ability that gives me advantage on
Nice.
con and strength checks, just in case.
And this is what you all hear.
That would be a 25.
Nice.
TK, you are climbing up. You got Weary just holding on for dear life. Weary, you feel this energy pump through you, and you're holding on no problem. Like, you're supporting your weight. You're not strangling TK while you're clinging on. When you go up, you see just like this face is just making this terrible sound as all these dwarvens are very aware of your presence. The doorway, like the stairs to go upstairs back onto the roof of the turret, are gone for the three of you down there. You don't see them. And the other ones are all, "Oh, Resmir, please don't worry about that. We'll take care of it. Hey, over here." And the other soldiers start quickly marching towards where you are. And we'll get initiative from everyone.
Dirty 20.
19.
18.
15. Ooh.
All right, so Weary, you got 15.
Yep.
TK,
18.
18. Kritok,
19.
19.
Dirty 20.
30, 20. Alora,
9.
9. Glyph,
I got an 18.
18. And the monsters, we got a 7. So, TK, you rush up top, leaping forward. This werewolf power just surging through your body. You've never felt stronger. Weary, you're on top. Your reaction is just unbelievably high. The adrenaline is flowing through your body. You're all staring at 9 armed dwarvens that are looking at you as the sand whips at you. You're quickly turning each way. And that's where we'll end this.
No, this is very good. Very good.
But we're going to watch the camera spin away a little bit.
Oh.
So we leave this alien desert. We travel all the way back to Lochrailta. Let's pull this up here so I can finally... We travel back to Lochrailta. We go over these different landscapes. We travel over the Enclave of Terra, the branches reaching high into the sky, just so far up. We go over the ocean, sailing towards Sekothet. We go past Sekothet towards these large mountains of Volsolis, this centralized island where the Draconic Protectors lie. We go into the mountain, through dungeons, through different tunnels. Finally, we get to this one cell. We watch as Trust is fumbling with a set of keys, trying every single one. We look over. 2 knocked out guards are lying down on the ground. Trust is looking into the cell. We see a crumpled over form is just leaning in one corner. Just key after key, nothing working. And finally, the last one snaps, opens it. Trust just swings open the door, rushes over near this crouched figure. The crouched figure, they look up, this cowl falls off. We see the teacher that Weary had known for so long. Their eyes are completely black. There's these chitinous fangs that are sticking out of their mouth, a few sets of them. They have these dark veins running through their face. Their hair started to fall out in clumps. As they look up, Trust is looking over each side. No, this is too fast, couldn't have already given you it. You haven't even had a trial. Trust takes off their helmet, setting it down. Only a single horn adorns their head. One of them looks like it's been cleanly cut off. They are taking out this poultice, mixing it up, and giving it to Weary's teacher. We see the black veins slowly starting to retreat. Weary's teacher shakes their head a little bit. We have to wake them. We have to wake the gold dragon. And Trust nods. I know, but we're going to be wanted after that. And that's where we end it. Yeah!
Yeah.
I like how we come up with this plan and then just immediately beef it. The whole plan's the whole
That
thing's
went-
changed.
That went perfectly.
That's
Like,
on brand, though.
We got inside.
It's going
Yeah.
shockingly well right now.
yeah.
But still, like I was hoping that we'd get more than a one room in.
Yeah. All this means is we should off camera plan our assaults more often, so we can be very cool and efficient like we just were, because that was really cool.
That was cool and efficient. I love that I looked up everyone's items but my own, and I forgot I had the mistake mask.
I rolled a natural 20 for their perception while you were sneaking by, and that's the
It's
only
fine.
reason why. Otherwise, you would have made it. But going
If I'd
further
given you
down,
my cloak, they would have had disadvantage on their perception roll.
that's true.
Oh well.
Oh well.
The only reason that, I mean, I guess when you go further down the hall, you would have then seen these three guards kind of like stuck in that hallway. So it would have been a little bit harder to get by. That's probably when you would have used the mistake and marched past them. But yeah, no, it was a really good plan to get in. It was just that at the very end, it was the luck of the dice. And I did like hooking up to that tablet, but them not having sound. So they had to go based on their own tuition. See someone drawing a sword. We're going in now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was good. No, that was good. That was really good role play.
Very
Not
cool.
you, Hart. I'm talking to Glenn.
It's fine. We're very
No, I
good.
Yeah, I can fix this. I can salvage this next time. I'm Redsmia.
That was a lot of fun. And if you, dear listeners, want to hear about, or see like a little bit more of this plan, and we talked about it a little bit, but on the Discord, there is an actual RP channel there where people can see the randos themselves post in there as their characters, and they have like, fun conversations. You even can learn about the great opportunity of skeeberships. That is a paid scholarship for a free college or free university that you too could go to. So if you'd like to join our Discord, I'll grab a link for that while we're all chatting. But let's go ahead and go around the table. Anything we want to promote, anything that we really been enjoying, anything like that, or wherever you're going to be guesting, by all means. So I have been your GM for the evening. You can find me. I run the Ballad of the Seven Dice Twitter. That's at Ballad7Dice. We also have our podcast, The Ballad of Seven Dice, where it is a story about 5 heroes who are from different worlds that are all in the Forgotten Realms fighting an eldritch war. I make a lot of fun references from this game that is connecting to that one. So definitely check it out. You'll see little things that also include like the Nostradamus Corporation and stuff like that. We also have, as I mentioned a little bit into the show, we have our Patreon, which is a pay what you want. And we are running currently a audio drama Forging of the Bright Blade. But we have all the ST3v3 items in PDF form that are on there that you can see, like the chainsaw sword, the We're Sorry series shotgun, the Dan, the Dangerous Arsenal of the Norns, just all sorts of fun stuff. So check that out. Alrighty, what I want to promote. Oh, I said so many words. I want you all to give a listen. I'm going to promote them again because I was just listening to them today. So the control group started up a game of Thirsty Sword Lesbians, and they are playing a pirate themed game where they're stealing princesses and setting out to the seven seas. So it's been a lot of fun. They have 2 episodes up so far. I've been really enjoying it. So it's really easy to catch up. They're each like an hour long, and just wonderful editing is done for them. So yeah, check out the control group. They are an absolute blast, and you learn to see you get to see all sorts of wonderful systems that they showcase and have later on like discussions afterwards after they've played through like 7 or 8 sessions of it. Ian.
All right. Hi, everybody. You can find me on Twitter at Ian_Caliente. And I have a couple recommendations. It's going to be a little rapid fire. One of them is Ryutama. I don't know if you can see me if that blocks me, but it's a really cute sort of like Dragon Quest Studio Ghibli style TTRPG that was originally released in Japan. And they kickstarted like a good while ago, like a really pretty hardcover of like an English translation. And I'm actually going to be playing in a game that runs this system, which more information will come out about soon. But we have the cast. I have to make my character, so I'm very excited to just play in a peaceful pastoral setting. Who wouldn't love that after like Cyberpunk War Nightmare I always get the feeling of like this world being very Adventure Time-esque.
That is an
so
influence, yeah.
Yeah, so like, we leave Nightmare Adventure Time to go to someplace pastoral. My other recommendation is an Indiegogo campaign for something really neat. I'm going to post it in the chat. It's called Yeziba's Bed and Breakfast. And it is like a very colorful, very queer slice of life RPG where you play as pre-constructed characters with their own kind of like setups. And you're basically the cast of a little like slice of life TV show living in this bed and breakfast and getting into hijinks. And each of the chapters is their own little event and thing that you can like get involved in. My favorite character is a knight that was turned into a frog that lives in the inn and is like their chef and is like the team dad. And I think that's neat. I think that frogs are neat. So I backed it on Indiegogo. It's still going. It's very much already funded. So just throw in while you can. They have a lot of cool digital like goods that you can get for it for this Roll20 adjacent thing that I've been looking into called One More Multiverse. Well, that's where all the virtual stuff is. But the books are really cool too. So definitely give it a look. That is my main recommendation. One of the projects I'm in is going to finish soon because the editing is done for the final couple episodes. So Tempest Multi, which you see in our opening crawl, is one of our shows that we advertise. I am in that as a spellcaster. It's a Monster of the Week game. And we're almost done. Honestly, the music, super cool and moody and atmospheric. And I love the audio like setup for it. Because now that I'm actually listening to it with like the audio and everything like processed in. And it gives very cool Silent Hill vibes as we like wander around this southern town and try to figure out what's going on with the forest spirit and what's making it go all haywire. So definitely give that a listen if you get the chance. That's Tempest Multi on your podcaster of choice.
Oh man, the art for this, I'm just checking it out. It's super cute. I like
Mm-hmm.
it.
It's amazing. There's also some like podcasts with like popular TTRPG names that are like playing the characters. Like Matt Mercer's in one of them, and Brendan Lee Mulligan is in another one of them. So if you want to see those people play this or listen to those people play this game, they have links to all the podcasts on the pages on there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Meg.
Hey, I'm Meg. You can find me on Twitter at Narnia's Pants. Sorry, I'm fried. It was like 95 degrees today. My AC is not working in my apartment complex. We're tired. I am going to boost and hype up that Deimos Academy got fully funded on Kickstarter. But that does not mean that it stops. I think there are still like at least a week left in getting funding and getting all those fun little backer goals and all that stuff. So keep backing it and keep supporting it. It's a lot of fun. I'm already excited. They hit a stretch goal. That's the word. They hit a stretch goal, and now there's a little ghosty dude that you get to color and play with, and he's got a little backstory and a leather jacket. And I'm excited for the ghost. So yeah, it is the one on the screen. I am constantly retweeting stuff from Sailor Scout Austin, which is one of the authors and creators of the book. It's really fun, and I'm excited for them. Drink your water. It's getting hot again.
Fair. This looks really awesome.
Yeah, and that's it.
Jess.
Hey there, I'm Jess. I'm art_fantastical on the social medias. Always have so much art I mean to finish of stuff from our show, and then I don't. And I'm sorry, my cat is committing cat crimes right now, sir. He's trying to drink out of my mug. So yeah, I don't really have anything to plug. So my adorable criminal son. But if you haven't watched it and you have the ability to watch it, I don't know, go watch Our Flag Means Death. It's really cute. It's like queer pirate shenanigans, and Taika Waititi's there, and it's amazing. My roomies and I watched it all in like one night, and we were just yelling. It's really cute. So yeah, go get your pirate fix with Our Flag Means Death on Hulu. I don't know.
It's a lot
You'll
of fun.
find it.
I'm on like episode 5 or so, and I'm having a blast. Eve.
There, this Eve over at Kappa Hoppy on the Twitters. That's Kappa as in the metal, Hoppy as in the bird monster. After last week's whole Crime Puff thing, like I got real nostalgic for like my other character voices and what have yous. So right now I'm doing my D Wilson from my very first podcast, Brits on Bikes. It's pretty good time. Recommending y'all check that one out. One of these years we might get back to it. Could be a good time. We'll see. It's a whole kids on bikes type thing. You'll like it. It's a good time. Oh shoot. Now what else? Yeah, I don't really got anything else right now. It's been a slow week. I'm tired.
That's fair. Jason.
Hey, I'm Jason_42 here and on Twitter. Yeah, I'm just chilling, fixing my sleep schedule. Sleep's important. Don't stay up to 3 a.m. working on projects like I do. It's bad.
Jason.
But yeah, thanks for coming out, everyone.
Your six steps to sleep better. The first one is sticking to your sleep schedule, Jason. All right. Thank you all for joining us. We are going to go ahead and raid somebody else who is on here. Let's check out the list to make sure.
Critical Misses is on. Midgardia is on.
I don't think we've raided Waffles Maple Syrup. We have them. Oh, yeah. This Monday coming up,
Yes.
Eve
Thank you.
is running a game. A Delta Green game, Magnum Opus. Make sure to pop by. One of the members is from Waffles Maple Syrup. So let's go on over there, check out their game, and see how things are going. So raid Waffles Maple Syrup. Oh, I'm just like a Twitch expert. Let's see if this works.
Crushed in it.
I love making you learn tech things.
I know. I should be on these things. All right, here we go. Rating.
Goodbye.
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 Bye.
Let's go.
Are we?
Dude. Oh, yeah.